Clancy, man, where do I even begin? An album that I initially thought was a little bit disappointing has become one of my favorite albums of all time. A lot of 21 Pilots albums deal with the just overall message of not feeling like you're enough, but I feel like this one really executes those themes to its full effect, and with Josh's insane drumming on tracks and Tyler's best vocal performance ever, we have an album that comes together to make something really special that will only age better over time. So here we go. 1 Year of Clancy starts now.
What's up, guys? I'm Kinton, back for another SKR video, and probably going to be my favorite one because it's 1 year of Clancy, my boy, Clancy. This is my favorite 21 Pilots album. It always has been from the second I heard Overcompensate, and it's just such a good album. And I know I hear a lot of people saying it's got bad cohesion or there isn't enough lore, but think of it like this. Clancy is not a lore album. It's an everything album. It has literally every 21 Pilotsism, as SKR says, ever. It's got everything that makes 21 Pilots 21 Pilots right in Clancy. It's got lore. It's got like personal stuff with like the depression and backsliding. It's got a hometown song. It's got an insomnia song. It's got an addiction song. It's got a love song. It's got a fun song. It's got an explosive song. It's got a couple more stripped back songs, then another explosive song, and then an amazing ukulele synth payoff. So yes, it is an amazing album, and I'm so excited to talk about it.
I think we learned the importance of an opening track on an album. I think that when people think back on our record, Trench, they just say it was so rock heavy and so, so distorted and threatening. And I would say, well, you're just describing Jumpsuit, which is the first song on the record. And I realized at that moment that a lot of people like the opening track of an album and the opening song of a concert. Everyone else's, from there on, their lens for the rest of the album or the rest of the show is filtered through that first song. And so we knew that the first track on the album was going to be very important. We knew we wanted it to be the first song that we play live for our shows moving forward, and so we knew we had to come out with some attitude and some energy and try to really set the tone.
Not only was Overcompensate the first track from Clancy, but it is the first single as well. This was such an incredible introduction to what was to come. While it kind of promised a Trench 2 and that's not what we got, it's still amazing in its own right. I think it's one of the best from this album. It used to be my favorite, now it's my second favorite. But starting off with piano that eventually goes into this sort of club banger house beat in the same vein as something like Car Radio, then going along and getting this Bandito sample where Tyler's reminding you that he can destroy this world whenever he wants. And he created it just to help himself cope better. This is the quote-unquote final album of the lore. That's what it was marketed as. That's what Tyler and Josh said several times. And while we may be getting something in the future, this really does feel like the beginning of the end. The switch up goes absolutely crazy, along with Tyler saying, "Wait, what?" on top of it. Josh is drumming like he has not drummed since Heavy Dirty Soul. And it all comes together to just make this incredible rap banger that has insane flow that Tyler just bodies.
Overcompensate. Now this is my fucking song right here. Okay, to start off, I'll say that Overcompensate is my favorite 21 Pilots song ever, and it is so easy to see why. It's got such awesome production and an awesome structure as a song too. Like, it's got the intro with the Bandito lyric with "I created this world" and that stuff, and then it's got a beat switch up about halfway through the song, like a minute 30 or something like that, and it turns into this awesome rap verses and amazing chorus with the same piano from the first few seconds in the chorus. And this is just such an amazing song, and I don't know, part of me feels like it is a tiny bit too short, because the part that's the actual song with the rap verses and stuff, it doesn't feel long enough, but honestly, I do not care. It's so good. It sounds so good. The lyrics are so good. This song is amazing, and there's a reason it's my favorite.
But I actually wrote Next Semester on the ukulele. Do you know the lyric at all?
Graduate now.
Jeez.
Then we get to Next Semester, and Next Semester is completely different. While Overcompensate is about the lore, Next Semester is about a personal experience in Tyler's life, where he's talking about his suicide attempt that has been hinted in songs like Fake You Out or like the Truce music video back on Vessel. And not only is it unique in that way, but it has a whole new sound for the band with the post-punk era sound. And Josh, once again, is going absolutely crazy on these drums. The fills are incredible, and Tyler is singing like his life depends on it. The switch up, again, at the end. If there's one thing that I wish was on other albums, it is the 21 Pilots-ism that they do at live shows, where they will sing the song and do the song regularly at the start, and then maybe for the last minute of what they're doing, they will slow it down, whether that's a piano ballad version of the song or a uke ballad version of the song. And having this here, where you have the first half of Next Semester, first 2/3 maybe, where it's, you know, that post-punk era vibe that then goes into this uke ballad vibe with some of the same lyrics, just really rounds out the song in a great way and makes you feel like this is a very, very important song to Tyler.
This is a song. This is my 4th favorite 21 Pilots song ever, and my 2nd favorite Clancy song. And this is such an amazing song. It's like, the lyrics are some of the best on the album, in my opinion, and the production is insane. Like, it's got the distorted ukulele with the bass and the big band feel, like, going on in front, and Tyler is just yelling what he's trying to say, and Josh, he's going crazy on the drums back there. Like, this is an amazing song in so many ways. Like, and like the outro where it goes to a little more stripped back, that is such an amazing way to finish off the song. And it's just, this is so good. This is such a good song. And like the album, Clancy, starting off with Overcompensate, a huge lore song, and Next Semester, a super personal song. I think together, those two songs, they define essentially what Clancy is as a whole. And people need to stop shitting on the transition between Overcompensate and Next Semester, because those two songs define the album.
Then we get to Backslide, and Backslide is kind of going back to that Overcompensate style of rapping with some new elements mixed in here. Like, I don't know if it's a pan flute or something, but it sounds really good. The production here is amazing, especially on the I Kinda Wish I Never Did Saturday verse. While that could be about the lore, of course, it's also relating to Tyler kind of regretting doing some things on Scaled and Icy because it wasn't as loved as other albums were. And, you know, we're not exactly sure if Tyler truly hates Saturday, but he definitely regrets it. But Backslide overall, it's just a song about not wanting to go back to old habits, not wanting to do what you kicked, not wanting to start something up again that you've been trying to run away from your entire life. And, you know, I haven't really talked about the music videos much, but when I hear Backslide, I really think of the music video, especially when Tyler's kind of being drowned by the rain in the dark parts when he's riding the bike. And this whole song really is just something that I want to roll my windows down in the car and scream at the top of my lungs.
Okay, now we're on to Backslide. This song is not in my top 5 Clancy songs, but it's such a great song. And This song is pretty nostalgic for me because when it came out and when I first heard it, I was in Palermo in Sicily, and I was just listening to Backslide walking down the streets of the city. And it was such a cool vibe to listen to Backslide for the first time. And like, I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed being there when Backslide came out. I couldn't see it any other way. This song, but anyway, back to the actual song. It's got really great lyrics, a really great music video directed by Josh Dunn, but seriously though, I cannot wait for the live version of this song to come out, because with the scream that Tyler belts out at the end with the I Don't Wanna, that shit is so good. But the original one, it's still great. Like, it really is. Like with like that little bass and the pan flute going on in the pre-chorus, I think that part, that's a really good part of the song. And this song, it's like most Clancy songs, amazingly written and amazingly produced.
Midwest Indigo. I've called this one Discount Shy Away before. I've said that it's probably the least favorite from this album, the, least well produced, but it's still really, really fun. I think that it doesn't fit in the album because it's talking about ice and the cold and stuff like that. And Clancy literally has fire on the album cover. But even with that, there's still themes about second guessing yourself and not feeling like something is enough, which Clancy seems to be all about in its entire album theme, cohesion. Every song is kind of Tyler saying, I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't feel like I deserve this success. And here, it is very apparent. I love the way he sings certain lines. I love the OOOs at the end. I love how this is a song to Ohio, but also kind of like talking about how sometimes Ohio can just make Tyler feel super depressed and sad, even though it's where he grew up. So I really enjoy this one. I think it's like a better version of Hometown. It's just not one I go back to a lot.
Midwest Indigo. All right. I'm going to start off by saying that this is my least favorite Clancy song. It is not bad by any means, but it kind of grates my ears at some parts. Particularly like the synths and like maybe the way Tyler sings or something like that. Like, it's kind of like a worse version of something on Vessel or something like that. I don't really know. In the music video, it kind of annoys me to watch because there's a lot of like really low quality mistakes or something like that in there that I don't really like. But this song, it's a pretty good song. Like, it's very catchy, and I think that's part of the reason I still like it. Like, the catchiness of this song is trying to trick me into liking it even more than I do, but I do not, and that is why it's at the bottom of my Clancy ranking. So, yeah.
So beautiful, the space between a painful reminder and a terrible dream. I've been here before, and I've got time. I'll give you the tour, show you why.
Routines in the Night is another banger. This has some rap elements in it, but it's mostly pop, and it's probably the most pop from this record, but it doesn't feel out of place like something like Legend or We Don't Believe What's on TV kind of feels out of place on their respective albums. This still has to do with that same doubting yourself, being depressed message of Clancy, where Tyler just doesn't feel like he's enough. And there's been songs in the past, of course, especially on Vessel, about the night cycle and how Tyler, everybody else is partying at night, but Tyler feels like the nighttime is when his thoughts get darker. And in this song, he's really just talking about insomnia and how it really takes over him. And while it is a well-written Tyler song, this is absolutely a Josh song. Every time I hear the song, I absolutely love the drums, even if they're fake. In the studio version, seeing it live on the Clancy World Tour was something else, and I can't believe that Tyler did not want this one on the record and Josh had to convince him.
All right, Routines in the Night. I'm going to start off by saying this song is very well written and very well produced in terms of the synths going on in the background and the vocal layering. Like, even if people think Clancy doesn't have good cohesion, the one thing that most Clancy songs all have in common is vocal layering. Like, seriously, take time to notice what the Clancy songs have in common, guys. Anyway, Routines in the Night, it's a really good song, but the main thing holding it back from me liking it a lot is the drums. I am not the biggest fan of the fake-ass drums going on in this song. And that's why I'm super excited for the live version of this song, because they're going to have real drums all the way through. Well, not all the way through because of that little intro thing, but you know what I mean. Like, it's going to have mostly real drums in the live version. But Routines in the Night, it's still an all-around good song. Like, there's nothing necessarily bad about it. It's just not one of my favorite Clancy songs ever.
The song Vignette, there's a few interpretations of it. I think for me, it makes the most sense when I look at it from perspective of addiction and what that can feel like at times, a certain type of season of that. And that's why this song is very special to me, and I'm glad now that it's out. There's nothing like releasing music, and there's absolutely nothing like releasing music to you guys.
Vignette, oh my god, dude. This went from like maybe not even top 5 on Clancy to me to my favorite. This has some of the best production in any 21 Pilots song ever. The in the background, the drums, the strings, everything comes together to make an incredible song that is about addiction, about Tyler having some sort of addiction back in the day that he's trying to get away from. Tyler making excuses, saying, no, it's not for me, it's for someone else, it's for a friend, I don't want this stuff, it's for someone else. It's Tyler talking about how something is consuming him, coming around him, taking control of him. That also kind of has to do with the blurry face paint, where, you know, a vignette is darkness surrounding something. Like in the music video, a flashlight is shining and there's darkness in a circle around him. This also is really correlated to the blurry face paint, where the darkness is consuming him kind of in a circle around his neck, around his chest. It just has so many cool parts about it. The synth solo was something I wasn't a big fan of even maybe like a month ago, and now I sing the synth solo with my, like, I go doo, 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 doo. Like, it's just an insane song. I've always said that this is kind of like Clancy's morph in a way. You know, it's got the falsetto, it's got some amazing production, it's got just an infectious chorus, and I could gush about this song forever. I absolutely love Vignette. I think it's also the only 21 Pilots song that starts with a V, so that means something too, right, guys?
Vignette, we are back to the status quo. Brilliant songs on Clancy. Vignette is my 4th favorite Clancy song, and it is very easy to see why. The lyrics are phenomenal, and the production is phenomenal. This song is a standout on Clancy. And speaking of the production, like the strings going on in the beginning and the synths going on all the way through, that's just all so good. But I think I'm gonna like the live version more than this. Number one, because Holding On To You is attached to it, but that's not the main reason. Like, on the studio version, the strings in the beginning are like trying to build up hype for the drum smash before Tyler starts rapping. But in the live version, Tyler's gonna be belting out the Holding On To You bridge like the second before Vignette starts. So we're already built up with hype for that drum smash, and I know I'm just gonna love that the instant I hear it on the live album. But anyway, yeah, Vignette is an amazing song. Amazingly written, it's a standout on Clancy. This song is so good.
I write the song about my relationship with my wife, but kind of tapped into earlier on in our relationship when I was trying to woo her. But it was interesting. I wrote it at the kitchen table, you know, with a couple of our kids on either side of us. kind of a crazy time to be thinking back to when we weren't sure if we were going to be a thing or not. And here I was writing a song on the ukulele with 2 children eating their food on either side of me. So that's kind of where the song came about.
The Craving, Jenna's version, a song that I had thought was going to be my least favorite from Clancy since it was announced. Usually, the Jenna love songs aren't my favorite. You know, I love Smithereens, but it's still on the bottom half of Trench for me. Tear My Heart is okay. I think it's a little mid. Formidable, I'm not really a big fan of. So when I heard of, you know, The Craving, I was like, oh, it's just going to be another standard, you know, Tyler Joseph love song to his wife. But this is a whole other level. While I might like Smithereens more because I feel like I can groove to it, this is definitely better written and just better executed altogether. The fact that it's just Tyler with his ukulele, the way that he wrote it, shows how personal and intimate this song is. And Tyler said in an interview that this is about the beginning stages of his relationship with Jenna. It's not now. He had to go back and think about the beginning parts of the relationship. And the lyrics here really come together to make you feel like you are watching this guy fall in love and watching him just want to make his girl happy. And, you know, he feels like he's not enough, which once again falls in line with the themes of this album. So even though it might not be sonically cohesive, it is thematically cohesive, and I think it's placed kind of perfectly. I don't know if I would put it after Vignette, but before Lavish is really good. I really enjoy the whiplash there.
The Craving, Jenna's version. This song is such a break from the explosive nature of most Clancy songs, but it needed to happen. This song is a very sweet, emotional love song with very sweet and emotional lyrics. And even though its production is pretty simplistic, I enjoy coming to this song. And it's got really good placement on Clancy too, like smack dab in the middle, like kind of turning some attention to like the big people in Tyler's life, like the people that mean the most to him. Like it's a very nice song. It's really nice.
So we just did the first location, which was just the word equipment. No, you brought the right equipment to put on a show and let it flow, let it show. Shine. Next one, let's go! Took us 6 minutes, and so we're gonna have to work on getting that time way down. If we spend 6 minutes at each location, which there are 45 locations, then that's like 6 hours, not counting drive time, which is another 5 hours. So let's see if we can get this whole video done today. The people in there go, should we be scared when we walk in? Yeah. Should we try? Let's go. Close up or keep going? I think that's so bold already. We're good.
Lavish, what a banger, dude. This is a song I absolutely hated when I first heard it, but now it's like, it's the 21 Pilots meme song. It's the song about butt sex. Like, Tyler always makes a song that's like, fuck the system, you know? You got Never Take It, you got Neon Gravestones, you got Lane Boy, and they all come either before or after or around the, what do you call it? The Jenna song, the love song. And I think it's perfect having Lavish after Jenna's version because, you know, how are you going to follow that up? How are you going to follow up the most emotional love song Tyler's ever written? You're going to follow it up with a silly-ass song where Tyler's singing high the whole time, talking about his proctologist, and just saying, I hate everything. I hate how this system works. I hate how everybody's trying to be cool, you know? Stuff like that. And the lyrics here are really funny. I think they work really well. And overall, Lavish is just... like, it doesn't fit the album, but it kind of fits the album. It doesn't feel like 21 Pilots, but it's like the most 21 Pilots song ever. The music video also just makes it, you know,
Lavish is the perfect way to pick Clancy right back up again after the Craving Jenna's version, and I'll tell you why. In every 21 Pilots album since Blurry Face, there is a love song followed by a fuck society song, and Lavish absolutely nails that concept perfectly. Like, in the rap verses, Tyler is just spitting some random nonsense. I mean, it's not nonsense, it's amazing, but it's still, like, Tyler's just spitting his thoughts, and it's such a cool song. It might be one of the most experimental songs on Clancy, but then again, that's why it's good. Like, I love songs that experiment most of the time. Anyway, yeah, Lavish is a really great song with very funny lyrics and very cool production. And it's not one of my favorites on Clancy, but it's definitely good.
That's another song. Navigating is another song that absolutely would not be on this record if it weren't for Josh.
Did I convince you?
Yeah, I mean, I've told you that.
Yeah, I guess. It's just
I can't
so
say
good.
that, like, this is my favorite without saying this is my least. And I'm sorry, but I think Navigating is my least favorite song on the record.
Now we have Navigating. Navigating and I have an interesting relationship. When I first heard it, I thought it was a little bit mid. And as time went on, I began to hate it a lot. I thought it was the worst song from Clancy for a long time. I still think it's the second worst song from Clancy. I think that the writing is very surface level. I think that the bridge is kind of insufferable. I do not like how he just repeats "everybody leaves" over and over again. I find it quite annoying. And the lyrics here really are just... Tyler Joseph is such a good writer, and the fact that this song is so surface level just kind of upsets me a little bit because it's about something that I deal with. It's disassociation. And, you know, Josh sounds awesome here. The drums are absolutely incredible. I love the instrumental, even the psychedelic verses parts. You know, I didn't really like them much at first, but I do like them now. I like how he says navigating, but overall this song just really feels like it could have been something more special, and at the end of the day, to me, it feels like a watered-down jumpsuit.
All right, Navigating. I kind of view this song as a combination of Next Semester and Vignette, but worse than both of them. It's still a really good song, but, I mean, honestly, the lyrics are not that great. The production saves it, though. The production saves it completely. Like, it's got really crisp drums, really crisp bass, and really cool synths going on in the background. And I don't know. It's a good song for the lore, but I kind of wish the music video was done a little bit better. It served its purpose, though. I guess it's good for that. Anyway, yeah, Navigating is a cool song to listen to, but it's not the type of song you would give an award to for best rock song or anything like that, because the lyrics are honestly, they're mediocre compared to the rest of Clancy.
I don't know. I feel like that's the song that I feel like I'm going to be the most defensive about. Like my little brother or something. Like I'm going to want to protect him. It's one of my favorite songs on the record. It's probably going to get lost in the rigmarole. But for me, the inside of an empty garage like that was a perfect kind of setting for what the song was trying to say. Actually,
Least favorite.
Least favorite.
I'm joking.
You don't have to say that.
I know, but
Are
it
you
was a
drinking
joke.
Mountain Dew with a straw?
Yeah, man.
Can we stop hating on Snapback? Snapback is like top 3 from Clancy for me. This song is absolutely incredible. It relates back to Backslide, and I understand how you could be like, why is Snapback on this record if Backslide's already on the record? Well, the way I see it is that Backslide is talking about Tyler not wanting to go back to his old habits, while Snapback is saying, I think I might have to snap back to who I was before to be able to beat my demons now. And I just love the instrumentation here. I love how it's sort of reggae, how it sort of feels like you're floating, you know? It feels like very spacey and airy in the cut my lips sort of way that, you know, it just is drawn out and feels very creative. And like Tyler is kind of exploring his own mind in a way. And when the beat switches and kind of snaps back towards the end and it turns into this whole different song, it really just keeps the momentum going. And I absolutely love the "I've been praying for my elasticity to return to the way it was" lines. That's something that I will scream in the car because it is so relatable. And this song is so relatable. And I just love every single choice that was made here. I love the drums. I love how, this could be a song where Josh wasn't needed much, but he is very needed in the song because the drums are just so like I'm not a music guy. I'm not a music professor. I don't know what that's called, but he's just going crazy on the drums and it really builds up the song. So snap back, put some respect on its name, stop hating on it. It's a banger. I love this song.
Snap back. For the longest time, pretty much since Clancy came out, this song was my least favorite Clancy song, and for the first couple of months I was a fan. It was one of my least favorite 21 Pilots songs ever, but it grew on me a bunch, and just a few days ago it grew on me to the point where it is not my least favorite Clancy song anymore, and I'm very proud to say that. Anyway, Snapback, it has really cool lyrics and really cool references in those lyrics. Like, it's got the running from a thing that I kicked in 17, and my interpretation is he's talking about Blurry Face. Like, he kicked Blurry Face in 2017 on June 25th, 2017, and then he says, "Fooled you once, it's been 25 times." And this has to be leading up to Clancy Ultimate's Capitalist 25, right? Please let it lead up to that.
This next song is a song called Oldies Station off of our new record. And I think that the reason, most of these songs, actually, you know what? I wrote Oldies on the uke. I did not write routines on the uke. Oldies Station was a song where I felt like our fans needed a bit of an update about how I was doing. And that's kind of the main message behind the song. So this is a song called Oldies Station. It goes like this.
Oldies Station. Dude, man. I did not like the sound of Oldies Station at first. I thought it sounded like a rejected SpongeBob track, and I didn't really like the effects on Tyler's vocals. I thought they were unnecessary. But now, Oldies Station is one of my favorite 21 Pilots songs of all time. It's probably in my top 25. I just can't shake the feeling of Oldies Station. It is getting so relatable as I'm getting older. It has so many lines in it that give me chills. The bridge is genuinely one of my favorite 21 Pilots bridges of all time. I love how when he talks about the dance recital, he has row, row, row in the background. I love how it's a ukulele song that adds a little bit more, so it feels like modern 21 Pilots. I love the messaging of the Oldies Station. I love how the song is not called Push On Through, because that would be easy since he says it a lot. It's named after something that's in the bridge that is basically the entire theme of this song. All the time, I am struggling in life. All the time, I am thinking to myself, I wish the bad things would just go faster. But seeing my idol say that he doesn't mind how long things are taking anymore. He just wants to embrace the moment. He wants to take it all in. Makes me feel some sort of comfort. The fact that Tyler Joseph, someone who literally just made a song about how he tried to kill himself by standing in the road and get hit by a car, makes a song about how he's doing better for us, for the fans, just means so much. And Oldies Station will forever be one of the songs I am most appreciative of in this entire discography of this band. I love Oldies Station.
Oldies Station. This song has to be one of the sweetest songs that 21 Pilots have ever put out to the fan base. And the lyrics are incredible. And while it isn't on the higher side of Clancy songs, for me at least, I can see why it's cherished by the clique as much as it is. And I seriously got to talk about, why are people booing Oldies Station in Las Vegas in favor of an outdated demo we all know as Slowtown? Like, what the fuck were those people on that night? Like, why are they trying to hear fucking Slowtown over Oldies Station? What the fuck is that? Anyway, Oldies Station, it's a very sweet song with Josh getting exhausted in the music video, and it's got good placement on Clancy too. It's a really good song.
I'm watching Tyler shoot this. He's standing on a hay bale, and I'm really nervous that my boy's gonna fall. So I'm ready. If I need to drive him to the hospital, then I can. This thing does not go that fast, but I can get him there.
I don't want anyone, know me or not. See me at my lowest, you don't have to drop. Don't have to drop by, nothing you can do this time.
Let's do one more of those. Feels pretty. I'm gonna turn a little bit more. How do you feel about that? Camera frame's great.
Just finished filming on this roof. It might have been one of the sketchiest setups that I've ever done, but that made it one of the most fun. If you take a look at this structure, basically we've got some apple boxes, we got shims that are shimmed together and then screwed down. We screwed some pieces of wood into the roof. We've got 2 pieces of plywood that are overlapping each other. The whole thing was bouncing the whole time, and it worked. And we're done now, and we're moving the drums somewhere else, and I'm not dead.
At the risk of feeling dumb, wow, the chorus here is absolutely infectious. This is something that when I listened to Clancy for the first time, this was the song that got stuck in my head the most. This is maybe Tyler's best vocal performance of all time. He sounds so incredible here. Going from those weird, cringy vocals from Vessel and Blurryface and beforehand to something like this just really makes you appreciate how far Tyler has come in the industry. Not only that, but the drums go crazy. Tyler said there were like 54 versions of this song, and you can tell the production is so stellar and so just particular in what it does. There's so many transition sounds that make me they scratch my brain in a specific way. I think that this song is just, it's great for both of them. It feels like such a victory lap in their discography, and you know, it sounds like a mature Blurryface song in a way. The fact that Tyler's talking about how he doesn't want anyone to come help him, and then it eventually turns into the same lines, but him saying, if someone says this to you, go help them, just adds so much to this song.
Of course, you cannot push on through without stopping to help friends along the way, and that is exactly what At the Risk of Feeling Dumb is all about. This song is top tier Clancy songs. It's my 5th favorite Clancy song, and it's so good. The lyrics are great, the production is amazing, and the singing, it's some of Tyler Joseph's best vocals in history. Like, oh my God, please. It's so good. And it's kind of, honestly, pretty easy to tell that there were 54 versions of this song, because I cannot picture a reality where this song slaps any more than it does. It's so good. And why, out of any Clancy song you could have cut, why, Tyler? Why did you choose to not play this song live? It's so good. Oh my God.
of the main things I love about Paladin Strait as a closer is that it doesn't feel like your traditional 21 Pilots closer. It's an upbeat kind of uke song that, you know, the lyrics are more upbeat as well. It's Tyler saying that he's going to protect them no matter what he has to do. And I love how the chorus here is different every single time. You got the uke at the beginning, you got the uke with the drums in the middle, and then you got the psychedelic synth part at the end. I absolutely love the bridge. I love how it turns from this, you know, simple uke song into this sort of, I don't even know what to call it. It just makes me feel like I'm floating at the end there, especially with the bridge. It really feels like a bridge to something. It really feels like it's not exactly conclusive, but it feels like the end is near and that we're getting towards something that is going to be absolutely crazy. Paladin Strait, you know, I used to have it a lot higher on my list. I don't have much to say about it because it has been shrinking on me over time. But I think when whatever Clancy Ultimate Chapter is comes out, I will appreciate this song a lot more, because rather than seeing it as a disappointing finale, I will see it as a bridge between Clancy and whatever comes next. So, Paladin Strait, great way to end this album. I don't really like how there's a minute of birds and then the lore's hidden behind the minute of birds, but the ending verse is so cool, and it kind of reminds me of what Next Semester does, where it's the same sort of part as the bridge, but it's on a ukulele and it's more stripped back. So, I absolutely love this song. I love this album. Clancy is a generational album that I will be showing my kids someday.
And finally, Paladin Strait, the perfect fake ending to an album ever made. This song, it starts off as a simple uke ballad, and then it turns into this masterfully crafted synth song, and then it turns into a minute of silence, and then it picks back up with an acoustic uke verse, and it's so good. This song is my third favorite Clancy song and seventh favorite 21 Pilots song ever, for a reason. Even though it's not the real ending, I have never heard a fake ending to an album, and this song is perfect for that. It's so good. And like SKR says, the chorus, he likes how it sounds different every time it's sang, and I really like that too. The first chorus is a simple uke one. The second one has got a little more production to it with the drums. And the third chorus, oh my god, it's got such good production going on behind it. And Paladin Strait, much like At the Risk of Feeling Dumb, it's some of Tyler Joseph's best vocals ever. Like, it's so good. And the bridge is phenomenal. Like, it's so emotional and builds up so much hype for what's going to happen next. It's so good. And then when your hype is at its peak, there's a minute of silence. I know it may seem out of place for some people, but it really works for the song. And then it picks back up with a cliffhanger verse that just leaves us with Nico holding Clancy up by the neck. Like, Paladin Strait, it's perfect, and I cannot wait to see what comes after it. I guess what Clancy means to me is, I don't really know. I don't really relate to a lot of 21 Pilots songs in the way that a lot of 21 Pilots fans might, but Clancy to me is every single 21 Pilotsism rolled into one. Like, really, if you think about it, like, it's got a lot of different genres, a lot of different themes across the whole board, and it just all comes together to make this really nice experience. And sorry about my voice, by the way. I feel kind of sick. And Also, by the way, I was completely wrong about the what's next after Clancy thing earlier in the video. It's breach. It's not anything having to do with an ego. It's breach, and I cannot wait to see what that ends up meaning. So yeah, this was really fun to do, and I will see you later.
All right, so Clancy is a really good album. I find it pretty good. It has some really good songs on it, like Overcompensate, Next Semester, Backslide, At the Risk, and Lavish, and Vignette. It has some really good lore involved. And there's a music video for every song, which I really respect because they put a lot of work into it and the album itself. And I think the album's really good.
Clancy, it represents, well, it's the band kind of going back to sounds I liked from their earlier albums. And it represents me getting back into them. And I'm not a man who listens to music for the meaning. I listen for the vibes. But it's nice.
Clancy, to me, is such a it's such a unique album for them, and it's one that I haven't really truly been able to understand until very recently. When I first, I'm a bit sick, but when I first listened to Clancy, I was like, this is nothing like Trench, nothing as advertised, and I think part of that stems from Overcompensate and how it literally tried to advertise itself as Trench 2. But since that initial reaction, I've grown to love it more and more. Songs that initially seemed to me, like Oldies Station and Lavish, I now really love. And songs I already liked, like Overcompensate and Backslide, I love 10 times more. So yeah, fantastic album.